I'm here in Bristol at the moment, and I thought I would try and find charging spots because I'm down to 10 miles left of the range. Now, the e-Niro is unbelievable. Compared to the Leaf, it's unbelievable with the range. I mean, it keeps on going. I've been driving so much, and I keep looking at the range, and it's like, wow, there's still so far to go. And the brilliant thing about it is that the range actually seems very accurate. It kind of kills off the range anxiety, because with the Leaf, it just wasn't accurate at all. Once you got on the motorway, for instance, then that lovely 100 miles that you get initially it just died, you know. So it went down so quickly. So I don't know whether this is accurate. I don't know whether it's actually just more accurate, or whether it's just that it's got such a big battery, you kind of, it has a better sort of margin of error. Anyway, so I'm at a SourceWest charging point, but it needs an RFID card, which I don't have. And I just spoke to a lady charging a Leaf. She says that I might be able to use the app, and I do have an app for, was it ChargeYourCar? But it won't connect because I'm in a multi-story car park and there's no internet. So I'm going to go off and I'm going to find another charger. And hopefully I'm going to find an Instavolt one and charge on CCS, because this will be the first time I've charged on CCS. So that's the plan. Hopefully, I think there's one charger in Bristol, and hopefully I can find it. All right, so let's go. Oh, and I got very excited because I saw a Niro and I thought, another e-Niro, amazing. But no, it's the hybrid. Boo. Okay, so I found it, and I've got 9 miles left on the GOM. What does GOM stand for? Is it guessometer, right? So 9 miles left on the GOM. And here we are. We've got a fancy new Instavolt charger, and the exciting for geeks like me anyway, with Instavolt, is that you don't need an app. You just it's contactless. On the downside, it's bloody expensive compared to the other charging methods, but hey, I'm gonna juice it up here for a little bit, and then I'll meet my wife and daughter in town maybe, and just charge on a slower charger there for a bit. Because I can't charge to 100% here, because I think that would probably take ages. So this is CCS, and this will be the first time using CCS. So again, it's a little geeky milestone for me, I suppose. So let's have a go, see what happens. Okay, so here's the charger, and that's CCS on this side, I think. Yeah, that's CCS. Crazy big thing. So let's have a go at this one. That bit right. The question is, do I have to remove these? I mean, surely I do. But, how do I get them off? How do I get them off? Because surely that's not going to work. Well, let's have a go. Let's see what happens. Maybe not. Maybe not. 35 pence per kilowatt hour, contactless enabled, card to commence, charge. Okay. Let's pick a card, any card. Instavolt Southville 1, authorising. Ready. Press start. Let's begin. Charging. So it hasn't started. Is it doing it? Tap card to end. Oh, okay, fine. So it looks like it's doing it. So let's go back inside, see what's happening. Okay, yeah, cool. Right, so what does it say there? 43 kilowatts. 80% charge in 1 hour, 10 minutes. Yeah, and these are called rapid chargers, but you know, you wouldn't know it, would you really? But I'm not going to complain, at least it's charging. Yeah, so there we go, 43 kilowatts. So I think 43 I think is actually quite slow. I'm sure it's supposed to do 50 on CCS. I think 43 is like the maximum of Type 2. The CCS cable is split into two bits. You've got the bit at the top. It's quite a clever design, really. So you've got the bit at the top, which is like the Type 2 normal connection, and then the bit at the bottom is the bit that makes it the CCS. And I think it's the bit at the bottom that does fancy stuff like the car information and things like that. No, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it should do 50. So I'm not sure why it's only on 43, but it might be because the battery is so low that it has to ramp up to 50. So we'll see what happens. And I'll turn on the. I want to say turn on the engine, but that's not it. I'll turn on the car, and I'll see if that gives me any more information. Well, okay. So even just talking, then it's added 5 miles of the range. 44 kilowatts. Come on. I reckon it's going to go a little bit. 43? No, it doesn't want to go much higher, does it? This is the point where I should watch one of Björn's videos, because he does all this with a clinical degree of accuracy. But yeah, I think the battery it'll probably ramp up to 50. It certainly should do. I know there's that whole thing about cold gate, where it won't charge at full speed, but that certainly shouldn't be the case here because it's a beautiful day. So let's just hope that it starts to do something, starts to go a bit higher. Not that it makes too much difference, does it? We're only talking 7 kilowatts, 6 to 7 kilowatts less. But anyway, the actual process on these chargers is brilliant. I mean, this is what charging should be like, instead of faffing around with apps and all that stuff. Yeah, so really cool. Big thumbs up to Instavolt. So it keeps kind of flicking up to 45 there. Look at that. It's just teasing me. It's teasing me. So I reckon that's going to ramp up. Even if it takes a while, I think it will ramp up to 50 maybe. But yeah, the problem with this charger here, specifically this one in Bristol, I mean the position's pretty good, but it's right next to a petrol station. So it's thumbs up for convenience, but thumbs down for the smell of petrol that I've now got in the car. Because obviously when you're driving around in an electric car, the smell of petrol really jumps out at you. Weirdly, I actually quite like the smell of petrol, but it is. If it's diesel, I suppose that's the one that's really disgusting. Okay, so I've been charging for a while, and we've got 112 miles range, so that's not too bad. You see it's kind of now 45 to 46 kilowatts, but anyway, who cares, it's fine. I'm going to meet the girls now for lunch in town, so I'll stop the charge. And stopping the charge should be as simple as just doing that. Finished. Swipes. The cost for this, how much is it going to be? $8.92. Ah well, cheaper than petrol. So will it come out? Yes, it comes out. Now I'll go off to find the girls in town then. Okay, and now I'm in another multi-storey car park. What was this one called? Prince Street, and it's really expensive to park actually, and I'm not sure, and I probably have to pay for this as well. But anyway, so there are two sets of charging stations here. One is Charge Master, and one is Polar. Is that the same thing? ChargeMaster and Polar? Maybe they're the same. I've absolutely no idea. Anyway, one looks newer than the other. And anyway, God knows what's going to happen, but I'll see if I've got a Polar app, and I'll give these a go. So I might as well charge a little bit while I'm having some lunch. So there we have it. There we go. Charging button. So let's get that in there first. Okay. You're going to open? You're going to open? How do you get that open then? Oh, so it only opens when you do the app. Okay, I guess. Right, this is such a frustrating process. So first of all, I parked over there, and there's no number on this. So there's two, right? And you have to select on the Polar app. You have to select which one you're at. Is it that one or that one? Well, there's no number written on it, is there? Ah, there is, right down there. Okay, well then I'm an idiot, and I'm blind. But anyway, if you're, I know what I'm doing most of the time. Imagine if you didn't, if you've got an electric car and you're trying to work it out. Also, the app is clumsy and buggy, and the login information didn't appear properly. I had to keep walking over there to get a signal and then walking back. And I've just had to move my car over to here because that's the one that's working. Anyway, it's plugged in, and I guess it's working. The light's flashing. So there it is, it's charging now. Such a stupid process. And this is why the Instavolt chargers are so good. I mean, because that's how it should be. It should just be contactless. None of that hassle. Right, where the hell am I? Am I in the right place? Who knows?